So on TikTok, there's this makeup influencer. Her name is Michaela. I sent you videos of her, I think, before. But basically, she got super popular during COVID because she's really good at doing makeup. But it was also because people liked that she was like super down to earth. She has a very
super weird.
She has a very thick Boston accent. Like she's like, "Go to pot tape." Like that's how she talks. Like legit. Okay. And so anyway, that
you just said.
Yeah, exactly. Go to part 2. She always says that in her videos. That's like her thing. And tot shape tape. Anyway. So she goes on her stories and like reviews makeup. That's how she talks. I'm like, this is legit. So she does reviews and she also talks about her life a little bit. And she has like, I don't even know, 13 million followers, 14 million, something crazy like that. It's probably more. But anyway, that's just to give a little background. She's asked to do like paid partnerships with certain makeup brands to like review, because a lot of the time people will watch her videos and then whatever she says is good, people will run to the stores and buy it and it sells out. Like there's something that I'm actually waiting on that she reviewed that has been sold out. Anyway, last week she did a paid partnership with L'Oreal for their new telescopic mascara. And she applied the mascara, and then at the end of the video, it kind of cuts, and it shows her eyes, like her eyelashes being very full, like a lot more full than they would be if you're just wearing mascara. And she says like, "Oh, it looks like falsies." Like she says that in the beginning of the video. Like she's like, "Oh, I'm so impressed. Like this is so cool." But you can actually tell in the video that she put fake lashes on. Now it gets worse. So someone found one of her videos from 2021 where she literally starts off the video saying, "Look at this mascara. It's amazing, blah, blah, blah." And then like, look how like full and voluminous my lashes look. And then she basically cuts the video after that. And it goes like, "I basically just lied to you. Like these are fake lashes. Let me show you how to make your lashes look like this so you can fool people. Because this is how mascara companies get people to buy their products." So obviously that aged very badly. So some people are saying like that is so wrong, like she shouldn't do that. But other people are saying like, well, mascara companies do stuff like that all the time where they'll enhance things for promotion. But she's an influencer, so she's supposed to like give real reviews, and people trust her for the reviews. So basically I wanted to bring this up because I wanted to know what you guys think of that. Like, that whole idea of someone being paid. I think they said she was paid like $85,000 to do the campaign or to do the video, because that's how popular she is. Do you guys think it's ethical? Do you think it's like how she went about it was right? Like, is it justifiable?
Well, if she's claiming that they're false lashes and they are obviously not, Or are you saying that that video she said
she's wearing
these aren't?
In the video that she put out for L'Oreal, like for the paid partnership, like last week, she is actually wearing false lashes, but she said, "Oh, they look like falsies." Oh gosh, okay. We'll get into that in a second. But she basically, like in the comments, so many people are like, "Those look like Ardell wispies," and she's like, "No, they're literally not. Like, I wouldn't be allowed to do a video like this for L'Oreal because you can't do that in a paid partnership." And she kept saying like denying it in the comments, but it got torn apart. And so I've seen a lot of people like say different things about it, and actually, ironically, got so many other makeup influencers to go and buy the product to actually really review it and show like it's not, it doesn't make you like your eyelashes look like falsies, but your eyelashes do look better. Like they do look nice. Like this is actually a really good mascara. And so like there's people like on the internet like going back and forth about it. And her video, last I checked, had like 30 million views.
Oh my goodness.
Because people are just like tearing her apart. It's all over my page, my For You page, just people saying like, she's known for being real. Like people believe her reviews. Like who's to say that all the other reviews that she's put out there are actually accurate? So people are like, what's the word? Doubting her integrity with past reviews now. And so I don't know. How do you guys feel about like she denied that they're falsies. I immediately was like, something's off about the eyelashes. And I actually sent the video to Bria. I was like, "Is she wearing false lashes?" And she's like, "Yes, you can actually see the gap in," because I guess when you put lashes on, there's like a little bit of a gap sometimes between your actual lashes and the fake lash. And people like zoomed in on the video And yeah, they're completely tearing her apart. She hasn't even said anything since on social media. So some people are saying that's also a part of the promotional thing. Like that's how L'Oreal got people to buy their product in like a weird backwards way. So I don't know. I think it's wrong.
Then why wouldn't she go out and be like, yeah, they wanted me to do this?
Because sitting and waiting for it to still be building and building, and people are like, she still hasn't posted. Like people are saying, day 5, she still hasn't posted. Day 6, she still hasn't posted.
Goodness.
So like people are like waiting, and of course the next video that she puts out will have a lot of views again because she's going to be addressing that whole fiasco. Whether it's whether she was paid to actually put false lashes on for like clickbait or whatever, or if she did it just because she thought that that's what she needed to do to lie, basically, because she was being paid buku bucks. So I don't know. I think it's wrong when people trust you that deeply, and her products that she uses and says like, this is good, go get it, sell out.
I mean, it's just her shooting herself in the foot, really. Like, yeah, she's just gonna like lose all the trust that people have in her. But at the same time, it's like if somebody is being paid to do a review on something, you like automatically have to like think that there's gonna be some bias in the way that they review it.
Yeah.
And so like, I don't know.
That's true.
I don't know.
It's just crazy. And it's caused quite the controversy on social media, and even to the point where Jeffree Star, this makeup influencer that was actually canceled for past things that happened or whatever, he has come back to the internet because everyone was saying, we need more people like Jeffree Star to come back and actually be honest, because he would literally tear brands apart because he's like, this is trash. Like, I'm not being paid to use this and it's trash. And so he's like, someone else that's being paid to use it will say that it's good because they're getting paid to use it. And so he like was known for his brutally honest reviews of products. So he came out and actually reviewed it. He's like, it's a nice mascara, but it's a shame that she's now ruined the makeup influencer community with what she did. And so it depends on how she responds. And now people are doing like POV, I'm Michaela doing my apology video. And people are like saying, this is how I would apologize if I were her.
Oh my
But she
goodness.
like hasn't said anything. So anyway, I just thought it was interesting because it's been like on everyone's radar lately on the internet. So anyway. So I just feel like you shouldn't do that if that's what you get paid to do. But it's just me.
But like she said, there's always going to be bias.
It's true.
Whatever you do.
You know, you shouldn't do that, but I mean, I guess she can do whatever she wants. She's just risking her own status, her own like influence. Yeah.
Yeah. Now people aren't going to trust her. I don't feel like. I mean, it also depends on her answer. She could just come out and say, like, "Oh yeah, that was the plan all along. Haha. Me and L'Oreal had this little joke," and obviously now, everyone like the mascara sold out. Still, she hasn't lost any followers on social media because I think people are just waiting for her response.
What do we use, Natalie?
What do we use?
Yeah, what mascara is it?
Oh.
CoverGirl.
Yeah,
CoverGirl.
CoverGirl, it's like the strengthen and...
Yeah, it's like extend
I love
and
it.
strengthen or something.
I use L'Oreal Lash Paradise. But anyway, so okay, who wants to do trivia
I'll
first?
go trivia first.
Heck yeah.
Gotta get out of my phase 10.
Let me pull up my trivia
you
question.
guys in phase 10. Oh
I'm back on Tetris. I haven't been on phase 10. It pissed me off. I'll tell you which character did.
Oh my god, who? Sabian?
Yes. I hate that guy. Seriously.
He's the worst.
Oh!
He's the worst.
Anyone who plays phase 10 on their phone, you know what we're talking about.
Okay. Don't look.
Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah.
On average, how much does a human brain weigh?
Oh man.
Is it? Just like.
Okay.
I mean,
Measure the
all right. On average.
Okay, on average, is it A, 3 pounds, B, 5 pounds, C, 2 pounds, or D, 1.5 pounds?
That's so specific. It's got to be 1.5. But I'm like trying to visualize a brain. That's why I did this. Because of Grey's Anatomy. I feel like when they take out the brain, they're holding it like.
I'm gonna say 5 pounds. I don't know, but I feel like it's got to be kind of heavy. It's like the largest muscle or whatever.
Yeah. I'm going to say 2 pounds, actually. It's 1.5 or 2 pounds.
Final answer?
Final answer.
It is 3 pounds.
Okay.
That's interesting,
and
though.
men's brains are larger than women's brains, but that does not mean that they are smarter.
True, because otherwise elephants would rule the world.
Yes, that is
true.
Yes.
Why don't they rule the world? Let's talk about that.
Because having a bigger brain doesn't necessarily mean you're smarter.
Just like having a bit more. I was gonna say having a bigger like neck.
I was worried where you were going to take that.
Oh, wait, where is that true?
Yeah.
Because giraffes have a bigger neck and they're taller.
Oh. My logic was off. I don't know why I was thinking that. Let's just like...
Anyway.
All right, cool. Moving on.
Anyway.
I feel embarrassed.
You don't need to feel embarrassed.
I just didn't know where you were taking that. You're like, yeah, because like big. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Big what?
I know, that's why I feel like I had to like...
Cover it up?
I didn't want to think I was going to say something.
She just gets her shovel out.
I know, I'm digging myself more, you know. Anyway.
Oh my god.
Hey everybody, you're listening to Siscussions with Heidi, Nat, and Kim.
We're three sisters who talk about anything and everything while playing trivia.
We can't promise we'll always stay on topic, but we can promise we'll always be safe for work. Thanks for listening, and we hope you enjoy today's episode.
So personally, I don't know if there's like a specific day that I would want to relive. I feel like there are types of days that I would want to relive. But I don't know, Natalie, do you have any days that you would want to relive?
Yeah. I think some of the first I thought were like vacations. So like I thought about for our first anniversary, Colton and I went to the Grand Canyon, and it was just like super fun. Like there were some parts of the day where I'm like, would I really want to relive that part? But like it was overall like really fun. So like I would go back and just like do it again.
I love that. I think that was the first thing I wrote down was vacations. And first anniversary, me and Jeff went to Disneyland, and we spent 3 days at the parks. And it was just so nice. Just the two of us. We didn't have a bigger group. Not that it was bad with like 4 people like when we went, but just the two of us. We didn't really set a budget for food, which was not good. But we were just like, yeah, it was just the two of us. So we were able to just walk around and leave the park when we wanted, and when he wanted. Because we were there for 3 days, and we got park hopper tickets. So we were in both parks every single day. But I don't know, it was just nice, and it was just like, I always think of those vacations. I also thought of when we went to Disneyland.
Yeah, that was
just
fun.
Any Disneyland trip, I'll want to relive. Like there's things that I wish I could have done, like Haunted Mansion this last time. I would, if I could relive it, I would go there first, probably. Because I didn't realize that as the day went on, it was going to be like a 3.5 hour wait.
Yeah,
so
crazy.
Anyway.
Anything else?
Yeah. Do you have something first?
No. That's why I asked you.
Okay. Yeah, there's like a few days. This one was kind of like what you said. Like, I don't have like a specific day I can like think, but like I would like to just go and just like when Nora was like she was like 16 months or whatever that summer.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like a really fun summer because we could just go and like play, and we were outside a ton, and I would just relive one of those days, just like going out and just like hanging out with Nora. It was fun.
I love that. I think I would relive when one of my friends got married. It was the last wedding I photographed, actually, in Vegas. And it was for a friend that I've known since pretty much elementary school. And we had, like, kind of not communicated as much after high school, and life happened and all that. And she reached out to me a year before and was like, hey, I'm getting married next year. I want you to do my photos. And I was like, oh, I'm so honored that she thought of me. And then at the wedding, there are other friends there from high school that she had still like kept up with, and the 5 of us went out into like the golf course area because she got married in a golf course club place. We just like sat outside and like for like almost an hour during her reception. We were just like catching up. And I actually was like thinking about that this weekend. I was like, oh man, that was like such a good happy day because she was obviously like getting married, and also we were able to like just sit and like reminisce, and we talked about everything that you could think of, and so it was just kind of nice to catch up. So anything like that for me, like I would want to like relive, like just long talks with friends, long talks with us. I feel like some of the best conversations we've had have been like super late in the night.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you guys still lived with your mom and dad?
Oh yeah.
We had a really long conversation one night. We stayed up, or I remember just not going home till like 2 a.m. or something.
Yeah.
Because even I think Cameron was there too, and we were just all talking.
Was that after we'd played Fortnite?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was funny.
And like you were there, like everyone was there. I think. Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you were there for that one.
It was in the basement.
Yeah,
we
I'm
talked
pretty
in the
sure you
basement.
were there for that one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Right before you got married?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, I remember.
Yeah, we just had a really nice chat, and I don't know. I love things like that because I feel like we all try to look back on things, and those are kind of the moments that we take for granted. I feel like. So
yeah. I thought of one. Okay.
All right.
I didn't have this written down, but I thought of it. I would want to relive the day that Colton and I met, simply because his version of it is so different than my version of it, and I just want to see whose version is more correct.
Just say that you're right.
That's true. I mean, thinking back to when me and Wesley met, we met at work. And so, like, the first day that I came into work, Cam was like, hey, Wes, this is my sister. And, like, I remember turning and looking at him and just being like, oh, hey. And just, like, whatever. And he said that he didn't have, like, really any... He doesn't really remember it. So it was just a very uneventful time, you know? Like, but I just, like, want to go back knowing what I know to see, like, how I would react at that moment.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, dang, you're going to be my future husband. But...
Yeah, well, Colton, like, claims that I wouldn't talk to him. And, like, this did not happen. Like, I was shy, yes, but I would not just, like, straight up not talk to him. That was not me. But he claims I would just, like, read my book and ignore him. And I was like, I did not. I probably didn't hear you because I was reading my book.
Was he Gaston?
Or I just was, like, talking to you and then I didn't know what else to say, so I just, like, went back to reading. I don't know.
Sorry, that scares me.
Okay, I feel like Kim's going to get this and, like, make it look like it shouldn't have been a trivia question because it's too easy.
Yeah.
All right, I'll pretend.
2019.
Okay. All right, let's just do it backwards and see if Kim can get it.
Yeah. Maybe tell me the answers.
Yeah, Nick, is it Lachey? I don't remember. I don't know how to say his name.
Nick
Justin
Lachey.
Timberlake, Sean Stockman, or AJ McLean?
McLean, yeah.
McLean? What
Boy band.
90s boy band member
and sync.
bought
Hold on.
MySpace in 2011?
Justin Timberlake.
See?
I only know that because I thought it was ironic.
MySpace?
Yeah, and clearly it went off the deep end because no one's seen it since.
Yeah, where's MySpace?
Where's MySpace?
Me looking for MySpace. Yeah.
The only reason I know that is because
It just came out. I thought we were gonna move on. Don't go.
That's what Natalie did.
we're gonna have to go back and edit that.
I thought I was gonna get away with that. Okay, move on. Sometimes I just do things and I'm like, why did I just do that?
Yeah, like when we were standing next to Hayden Christensen. Can't get
Oh
over
yeah,
that.
seriously.
And you're like telling
when
yourself,
you're like, yeah, in your brain you're like, stop,
like,
stop,
shut
and your
up.
mouth's just like,
yeah. You're like, shut up, shut up.
Anyways.
I hate thinking about that moment, honestly.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
like
bad.
talking about
It like fills me with the feeling I don't like.
All right. Because I was also thinking about days I would redo.
Oh,
And that's one
a good
of them.
spin.
That's that part of that day I would
that
redo.
moment. Redo it.
I would definitely act cooler, whatever that looks like.
not talk to him at all.
We weren't even talking to him.
Or say,
We were talking in front
That's
of
all.
him.
yeah. We were talking at him. We weren't having a conversation.
We should have just been like, hey, You were good in those movies, and then just like move on.
Those movies, you know, the ones like.
You know what?
Is it Star Wars
Or just say, I don't like sand either.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
So
Yeah, so much.
He probably hates his life.
You know what? He
No,
looks
like,
good.
or you just be like, "Hey, I like your hat. It really hides who you are."
It's giving Clark Kent glasses.
Oh my gosh. I don't even
I'm
know.
just so glad I recognized him.
I want to hear, has any celebrity like talked about what they would want? Do they just want you to ignore them? What do they want?
I don't know.
Just
Also,
what do you want?
Here's the thing though, is we didn't just see Hayden Christensen, we also saw Rachel Bilson. And we
See,
don't
but
talk about that.
I didn't really see her.
And I don't really like her that much.
I right at her, and I looked at her, and she looked at me, and I didn't do anything. I just stared at her. I was that weirdo. That was like, I should say hello.
Well,
I should just wave, but I didn't.
I sided with Hayden in the divorce, so.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
So, no, but honestly, I'm not a huge fan of her to begin with. I didn't really watch The OC. I didn't really like her when she was on How I Met Your Mother.
She was on How You Met Your Mother?
Yeah, she was Ted's wife's college roommate that he like dated, and they were going into like in the apartment, and he kept picking up stuff and saying, "Oh, this is cool. I have this book too." And she's like, "That's my roommate's." And he's like, "Oh." And he's like, "Oh, look, wow, this bass guitar. That's my roommate's." Yeah, and that was her. She was on
those episodes.
She ended up being a lesbian in that show. Yeah, which I thought was weird because I was like, "You are not," but it's fine.
Well,
it's fine.
Why did they even break up?
Ted and her,
no,
or Hayden? I don't know.
Care about Ted?
I was like, "Where are we?" I don't know.
Well, because obviously they're still like civil.
Because they have a kid together.
And they're literally at Disneyland together.
I know.
No sign of their daughter.
They were never married.
Where's the daughter?
No, I saw her.
Heidi looking for the
Yeah, there was
someone. There was not. No,
he was with her daughter. No. I saw her in a TikTok because someone took videos of him and his group.
Where was she when we saw him then? And when we saw their group,
I don't know. But then when you and I saw him again, he was just with that one friend.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But they were actually never married, Rachel and Hayden. Fun fact. Oh. So I don't know if that's part of it, you know? Because they were together for like 7 years. Because they were together long enough and they had a kid. Okay. And so I sided with him in the breakup, if you want to get PC.
Well, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of her, but I mean, I liked her in Heart of Dixie. She's really good in that.
Oh, never seen it.
I haven't seen it.
No? Good show. Well, actually, the first 2 seasons are good.
The judgment in Heidi's tone just then. Jeff does that too. He'll just be like, What does that mean, Jeff?
Yeah, you know where they get that from? Monica.
Really?
Yeah. No, think about it. She does it all the time. She'll just be like,
so judgmental.
She doesn't mean to be judgmental. It just comes out that way.
Yeah.
Right. That's Jeff.
Calculating in your head what you did wrong.
No, that's me with Jeff. Every time he does that, I'll tell him a story, and he'll look at me and go, and I'm like, what is that? What does that mean? And he's like, I'm sorry. I didn't know what to say, so I just
acknowledging that I heard your story.
Yeah. And I was like, gosh, I got to stop taking that so seriously. It's not that serious. And so,
okay, no, but what do celebrities want us to do? Really,
well,
we just
depends,
flat out
depends
ignore
on the
them?
person. Like, I feel like the body language that he had and his hat
meant don't talk to me.
Yeah.
Which we didn't. We at least didn't do that, guys.
Because that's, if I didn't want to be recognized.
We just made a fool of ourselves in front of him with his friend who talked to us first.
Yeah.
We didn't break any rule.
We didn't talk to him first. They talked to us first.
Yes.
It's true.
In turn, being good communicators, we talked back.
Yeah. Because it would have been rude not to.
Right. Yeah. But we were all talking at the same time, so I think that was also rude.
I seriously, I just don't want to remember this moment. I don't want to remember.
Okay, anyways, I'll talk about something else. So,
relive.
So, I saw this, I don't even know how I saw this, but I saw this video, and it was, Justin Bieber, because I guess some people had found out where he lives, so they were, waiting for him, and he just basically went up to them and was like, look, guys, this is my home, you know that place where you go to unwind and where you want to go feel safe. He's like, this is my place. He's like, so can you just respect that? And they were like, oh yeah, well, can we still get a picture? And he's like, no. And he just went, and he did it really nicely. And I was like, he should do that. That is their home.
Yeah.
I feel like there should really be like I don't know. I would hate being famous for that reason. I could not deal with people like constantly like
and then
bombarding me.
Like, yeah, I met them and they're really rude. I'm like, well, maybe they're not really rude. They're just having a bad day because they have to talk to like 5 million of you asking for an autograph.
Maybe they don't want to encourage people to keep coming up to them by being nice. Maybe they're just like, I'm just going to be rude so then people don't want to come up to me. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like Tobey Maguire kind of started that reputation
Did he?
for himself. Yeah, because for a while when he was being like followed by paparazzi, which I think paparazzi, that job should be illegal.
Yeah, I think it should be illegal too.
Because I feel like they take it way too far sometimes. Like people are on vacation like on their yacht.
Yeah.
And they're like taking camera footage of like who they're with and like doing all these things like crazy. But yeah, Tobey Maguire, there's many videos. If you look it up, you'll see a ton of videos of him just like cussing them out because he's just like, I'm trying to like grab my suitcase from the baggage carousel like at the airport. Or like I saw one recently where he was getting mad because he was trying to get out of a parking spot and he couldn't because the lights were flashing so brightly in his eyes that he couldn't see where he was going. So he literally had to roll down the window and was like cussing him out, like, get out of my way, I'm trying to leave. And he had kind of a bad reputation for that. But I'm over here thinking, if it was me, I wouldn't want to be recognized. I mean, I dress like this. I dress like Adam Sandler most of the time.
I would straight up do it Dolly Parton style.
Yeah,
she straight up. She changes her.
No,
Dolly Parton literally.
Hannah Montana did the same
Yeah.
thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but Dolly Parton does it in real life.
Yeah.
She changes her appearance so that she can just like be a normal person when she's with her husband because her husband didn't want to be in the spotlight. And I'm like, that is the way to go.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you think about it, it's just crazy how often we
Best
know
of
about
both
their lives.
worlds.
Like how Tom and Zendaya kept their relationship and they're pretty private still. I don't see many photos of them together, but they're so like, they're A-list celebrities and they're dating each other. Mm-hmm. So like, I feel like we should see more stuff about them, but I feel like they have found a system to like go under the radar. It's incredible.
Well, same with like Taylor Swift
and her boyfriend,
whoever she's dating.
Yeah,
I forget his
Joe
name.
Alwyn.
Yeah, Joe Alwyn. I mean, I'm not saying like, oh, whoever she's dating, that's like wrong, like it's wrong or whatever. But like, she doesn't talk about it because she like.
Yeah.
I think I heard or saw something that was like, she's like, I just respect that part of my relationship too much to talk about it with people that I don't know.
Yeah.
She's like,
people,
it's none of your business.
Listen,
really.
People can say a lot of things about Taylor Swift, but she can keep a secret, man. Mm-hmm. And she can keep things private. Like, the things that she must want to tell her fans, because, like, they guess, but she tortures them with just, like, the riddle.
Yeah.
She's good at it.
And she's, like, found out how to, like, tease things, like, years in advance.
Yeah.
Like, I think with her Shake It Off song, she kept saying, like, and, like, just shake it off. And, like, she didn't think about it, and then it became a song, and then somebody, like, pointed it out to her, and she's like, from there, she was like, I should start, like, teasing these things and see how far in advance I can get them.
How far is too far?
Yeah.
3 years? 4 years? Yeah, I saw that interview. I was like, of course.
I saw the same thing, so I wonder if it popped up on our feeds the same time. Yeah,
funny.
I mean, with her too, though, like if you think about it, her boyfriend's also technically also famous, and so I actually really respect that they are both able to keep it hush hush.
Yeah,
I think it's funny though because she's so big and he's still a celebrity, but in a much smaller scale. Like I feel like if I saw him at the grocery store, I'd be like, "Is that Joe?" Nah, and I'll walk away. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like if I saw Taylor Swift, I would be like,
of course it's Taylor Swift.
Yeah, because you can recognize her. And so, I don't know. I just think it's cool that they're able to keep it like that and that she's friends with so many other celebrities too. Like Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. I'm like, that is so random.
She's like freaking putting their
daughters'
names in her songs.
Yeah.
And I thought that was so cute.
Or like Gorgeous. See, you wanted that. You wanted that. Oh my gosh, that scared me. My heart.
I love it.
Okay, why did I scroll so far? Okay. Let's do trivia. Okay. Okay, this one's cute. How old was the voice actress of Monsters, Inc.'s Boo at the time of production? 4, 2.5, 6, or 10?
2.5.
I think 2.5.
Correct.
Yeah.
Isn't that so cute? So I'm over here thinking like, oh my gosh, you could put Nora in a studio booth and just let her just talk. I don't know how they did it. They must have like let her play with stuff or something because she's very interactive. So.
I love the song that she sings when she's going to the bathroom. Sometimes, not gonna lie, I'll just be going to the bathroom and I try and sing that song.
Yeah, what song was she singing?
She just makes it up. I don't know. I've heard Colton doing it too. Okay, he's like in the bathroom. He's like, da-da-da, like trying to sing the song. I'm like, oh.
She's so cute.
And then she's like, ew.
Yeah.
That part gets me. I love it.
Yeah.
Have you seen Nora that movie yet?
Oh yeah. She loves that movie, huh? Yeah.
That's so cute. Oh, gosh, that's so funny.
I'm Tigger.
No, okay. I think I figured out a day that I would want to like relive.
Okay, go.
The first day that I started hair school, because it was like one of those days where it's something new, but like something you're so looking forward to that like you're ready to just like start and like learn. And of course, like the first day, everybody's nice, you know, and they don't want to like show who you truly are. Because let's be honest, there's a lot of drama in here. But like in that moment, everybody's friends with each other, and everybody just like is there for the same reason.
Yeah,
and it's like it's great. I miss it, honestly. I'd go back to hair school. I'd redo it.
I thought of a very specific day actually. My friend Steph. There was this one day, it was just so random, like, just one of those things that, like, you know how kids just, like, can do things and it's just so fun to them? So, like, we were probably, like, 5th or 6th grade. I don't even know where we were, but we were in some random field. I think we had gone to some, like, stake youth activity or something, and somehow we just, like, wandered away from the group, and we're just, like, playing on this broken soccer goal. Like, it was broken and it was, like, tipped over and we were just, like, swinging on it and, like, sitting on it. And I just remember, like, we were just, like, sitting on it and, like, it was just, like, turning into evening. So, like, the sun was getting lower and then, like, there was, like, people off in the distance. And we're just sitting there, like, just chatting on the soccer goal.
That's so cute.
It's a good day.
That's so cute because you guys are still friends today.
Yep.
It's so cute when kids just, like, wholeheartedly just know who their best friends are. Like, today, I asked this kid, I was like, I mean, I'm going to say different names, but, so, like, Dan was, like, I had asked to be in a group with, this other kid, Sam, and I was like, no, Sam's not part of this group, but, maybe in a different time we can maybe get together. He's like, oh, okay, and I was like, is he like your best friend? He's like, yeah, he's my best friend. Oh, that's so cute. And so then later on, I saw Dan, and
you saw Sam?
Sam,
okay.
And it's confusing. I saw Sam, and I was like, hey, Dan just told me that you're his best friend, and he's like, yeah, I am. Like, I'm his best friend. And I was like, stop it, you guys.
Get out. That's so cute.
So cute. It reminds me of High School Musical when they're like kindergarten. And I'm like, I cringe every time they say that. But it's true. Like when you like meet someone for the first time in kindergarten and it's like you latch on to that person for as long as you can. Yeah. Tatiana, if you're listening, you're still my girl.
I know. I'm still friends with Tiff and Steph. They're like, yeah.
We just moved around a lot. So I guess I never could keep any friends.
That's hard.
But we were friends until 2nd grade, so kindergarten for 2nd.
Because another day I thought of reliving a day when we went on the cruise with Tiff's family. Because Tiff and I had so much fun on that cruise, man. We were staring out the porthole in our room looking for sharks. We were like up on the deck, just people watching, getting ice cream like 15 times. It was like midnight. We're like up on the main deck with like this group of people from like Germany and Boston and just like all over. We're all just chatting. We're like just these 2 kids with all these adults.
I love that.
It was so fun.
I love that.
I honestly do not remember most of that trip. I remember being I feel like it was like this daycare. I hated it. I didn't, like, Mom and Dad left me there. And, like, it was just me and Cameron, I think.
Really?
They left us there. And I did not want to be there.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't remember you on that trip. I just remember being with
I'm
Tiff.
pretty sure I was stuck in daycare the entire time.
I remember. I think I remember you guys in when we were stopped in Mexico. But
yeah, all I remember like walking down
walking through like the.
I mean, granted, I was 8 years old, but like I was stuck in daycare. I'm pretty sure I was stuck in daycare. I want to just like figure that out for sure.
Yeah, that's why Colt and I decided not to bring the kids on the cruise this summer because we were going to, and then I was like, no.
Who's watching them, Laura?
We need to figure that out still, but yeah, I was like, what are we gonna like? It's just
we could watch them.
So, I
want to go on a cruise so bad. Maybe that'll be Jeff's 30th birthday trip because he wants to do it. Maybe surprise him for like Christmas break, like right before Christmas. He and I can go, or right after Christmas, since he's in school. But
we should plan one with our family. It can be like years down the road, but we should just like.
Well, what's great about cruises is you can do payment plans a lot of the time. So that's probably like that's why I'm thinking that like we can put like $200 down, I think, and then space it out so it's a little bit more affordable instead of like all of it at once.
Right.
And especially in December, I think it's a lot cheaper for some reason. At least when we were looking, well, not a lot cheaper. Well, it's a lot more expensive. But if we know now, then it's easier to justify. But I don't know if you want to bring the kids.
I mean, if I have family there to like kind of take turns watching them, because that's the thing. It's like, yeah, it'll be fun like having them do a couple things, but then after a while, it'll just be like, okay, I want my own home where I can have them be on a schedule. I'd rather just watch them at home.
Yeah,
because then they're easier.
Just leave them.
But
and how much are they really gonna remember anyway?
It's true.
You know,
it's true.
I have a lot of friends that like take their kids on trips, and I'm like,
you're so brave.
Good for you. I just need a break.
That's so brave.
I need a break from kids, and that's my break. Yeah.
That is your break.
Yep.
Your vacation is from your kids. As sad as that sounds, it's fair.
Yeah, it's not that you love them any less. It's just you need a break.
Yeah.
You can love your job, but still need a break. You can love
Take a break. Sorry. Get away with this. No, Hamilton, please.
Go upstate.
Do you know? Take a break.
I love that song.
Go away come away with us in the summer. We'll go upstate. And he's like, no.
I always skip that song.
No, I love that song.
Oh my gosh. She also skips Dear Theodosia.
No, that's the best one.
Sometimes I listen to it. It's mainly the one where she's like speaking in French or whatever.
Un, deux, trois, quatre, six.
Oh, yeah. I skip that one a little bit
I just count and then I'll skip it. I'll do a little count with them. Yeah.
I don't know. There was only... Actually, I do skip, what's it called? The Schuyler Sisters. I skip that song.
I love that one.
I like that one too.
Schuyler Sisters. Because we're going to be the Schuyler Sisters for Halloween. Heidi.
Oh, yeah. We better start planning that.
Yeah.
That would be so
Okay, wait. Who's who?
I'll be Angelica. I think we should go like by age. So I'm Angelica, Eliza, and Peggy.
I really have no part of this.
And Peggy.
That's how they say it. Angelica, Peggy, Eliza,
and Peggy.
That's really how they say it.
No, that's not half a bad
I'll say it better. And Peggy. Or you could be the other lady. The
one that he cheats on his wife with?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's even better. That's great.
I'm trying to come up with solutions.
You can be Theodosia.
The baby?
The adult.
I just show up as a baby and dresses.
I'm trying to convince Jeff to dress up with us. Maybe if the whole family does it, he'll be like more inclined.
Wesley wouldn't be caught dead in something like that.
I told Jeff to get the Thomas Jefferson outfit. Because you have Eliza, so Colton has to be Hamilton. Alexander Hamilton.
But he also looks
the most like him. Yeah.
Colton?
Yeah. But compared to Jeff?
Not like the real Hamilton, but
like Lin-Manuel. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's the facial hair, I think.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Just like slick back his hair.
Yes, let him grow out his hair.
True.
And we'll have to figure out everyone else's costumes.
But then what would my kids be?
Theodosia.
Baylor has to be King George, or I'm suing.
George! Oh, God.
He just needs a little the crown.
Or like George Washington would get a little. Like,
that would be hilarious, man.
Wait. There's another one that I was thinking of actually because I thought about this. Who would he be? Oh, I don't know who I thought of. Oh, someone. Oh, Aaron Burr.
Aaron Burr.
Just give him a little toy gun to point at Colton.
Oh my god.
Because he's the one that.
Aaron Burr, sir.
Oh, man.
Thanks for explaining.
Oh, some people might not know, because that's the only thing I remember about Aaron Burr. So I remember when I watched Hamilton, I was like, okay, I know Aaron Burr, or I know Alexander Hamilton because I remember in U.S. history, Aaron Burr shot him in a duel. That's the only thing I remembered about him, and apparently that was like the whole plot of the movie.
That's why I like the first
movie
song so
show.
much. It's just because of like his line that he says, and he's like, "I'm the dang fool that shot him."
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. It's just very moving. Like
I know.
just love it.
I watched that first scene and I was like, wow, what a spoiler alert.
The whole thing was a spoiler.
Yeah, it really was.
What are you? It's like literally history.
I know, but like, I didn't know that. Dude, I can't.
Whoa.
I've come a long way with Hamilton. Listen,
Spoiler, U.S. won that war.
I attempted to watch Hamilton so many times before I actually sat down and watched it and got into it because I didn't like the Lin-Manuel's voice, his rap style. I didn't like it. And then I all of a sudden liked it. So
Liberty and the pursuit of happiness.
We need to do a deep dive analysis of Hamilton. I have a lot of thoughts on the whole, like the meaning behind like some of the songs, like My Shot. The whole Eye of the Hurricane. They're so
good.
Oh my gosh. Jeff said that in one of his classes right now. I think it's English. They had to analyze, or the professor mentioned that song, like lyrics from that song. So he was singing it one day, and I was like, "Why are you singing that song?" He's like, "Oh, because my professor put it in an assignment," and I'm like, "Why?" But I'm like, there's a lot of symbolism in that song, and so I'm just like, oh.
All of his songs are just so well done.
That's why he's so good.
If you don't like his voice, you can at least appreciate he's good with music.
he's a good writer for sure.
Yeah, like he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
And I guess if I was that, egotistical, I would also plant myself in all my work like that.
Oh my gosh.
No, but like
you created it.
Okay.
You might as well be in it.
Okay, but let's talk about him in Moana. It doesn't fit.
He's in Moana.
He doesn't demo songs.
He sings a part in it. And
Yeah.
it's just like these like really like awesome, more like I don't even know the word I'm looking for, like people of the islands, like their voice.
Tribal.
Yeah, more like of a tribal like vibe voices. And then it's like he just comes in and it's just like, whoa, it's just like a shock. I don't
like
know.
a jump scare.
Yeah, every time it comes on when Nora's watching, I'm like, what is going on? It just doesn't fit.
I don't think I've ever watched the end or listened to really any of those songs before because I don't like Moana.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I've only
love
watched it really
Moana.
because of Nora, but
I loved Moana.
the more I watch it, the more I appreciate it.
I don't know. Maybe I need to try it again. I haven't seen it probably since it came out.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he's a really, really smart dude. He obviously is really good at what he does, but I think he also should be smart enough to know like when his style of singing fits and when it doesn't. And I don't think it fits
that's
there.
the thing in Hamilton. Like I've said this before, like the original Broadway cast, he was the least talented person vocally.
Yeah.
And I will stand by that statement forever. I'm like, wow, he picked an all-star like Angelica.
Yeah, look at his confidence
Eliza.
though. He's like,
So I'm
I'm gonna surround myself with like these amazing people, and he just goes out there and he's like, yeah,
Looks like a fool, but we love him. Well, he sold his soul to Disney, and I gotta respect, I guess, because he's now probably a millionaire from just his contracts with Disney. And like the fact that they came and recorded Hamilton like 2 or 3 times when it was still the original cast. And then he literally said in an interview like a year before they dropped it on Disney Plus that he was just gonna wait to release it at a time that it felt right. And so then COVID happened, and then boom, we got.
And
We
it
got
was probably
Hamilton.
a good thing because it became so popular right then.
It was also popular when it came out, but yeah. I remember when people were tweeting about, oh yeah, I was there and Beyonce was there. Oh, I went and like naming all these celebrities. I'm just like, wow. that's awesome.
It's just not as popular as The Lion King, though.
Yeah.
The Lion King. Has anyone... All right, if you're listening to this and you have seen The Lion King musical, please comment and tell me, like, what was so great about it. Because, like, yeah, I don't know. I guess I can't shoot it down because I haven't seen it, but it just confuses me. I'm like, The Lion King is a musical?
Well, if you think about it, I don't know if you guys know this. So Lion King came out the same year or around the same time as Pocahontas. Disney had put most of their budget for animation into Pocahontas, and Lion King was like the sub movie, basically. But Lion King has surpassed Pocahontas time and time again, and it did it over and over again, and to the point where it became one of the most popular Disney movies until Frozen. Like, I remember when Frozen came out, and I literally...
This is seriously a sad shame, because have you seen Tangled?
Right? No, but I can see that. I love Lion King. It's my favorite Disney movie.
Yeah.
But, like, I just don't... That's why I think I have a hard time thinking of it as a musical, because I think that the interpretation of the movie is so good already that I can't see it being better in a play.
I know.
Because, like, there are things that, like the Pride and Prejudice we saw on Friday, that was probably one of my favorite, like, interpretations of it. And, like, there's a lot of things like that where, like, when they can take it into a play or a musical and they can kind of put, like, a modern spin on it or whatever, they do something fun. It's awesome.
Did it was so awesome.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
I'm excited.
I love Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite movies and, like, favorite books almost, just because of, like, the originality of it, I guess. But, like, the way that they did it as, like, a play was so well thought out.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh,
it was
I'm
really
so excited to see it. I'm really sad I wasn't there to see it.
I was too. I was, like, looking over.
I know.
I was like, guys, you have to, like, if you only knew. Like, I was, like, thinking of the movie, I was thinking of the book, and I was like, they perfectly meshed the two.
And we had just recently watched the movie, and we were reacting the same for every part. So, you should have just waited. You guys should have just waited for us. I'm kidding. No, but we're going to see it this Saturday, so I'm excited.
But yeah, that's why I think I have a hard time with The Lion King. Because I'm like, it's just already perfect. It doesn't need anything.
I mean,
else.
but it's also like one of the longest running Broadway musicals. So,
yeah. But yeah, maybe I'll go one day and then I'll just eat my words. So who knows?
It was in Eccles Theater last year, I think. And I wanted to go see it, but it was like so expensive. But again, it's because it's really popular. So the fact that it was like the most or the highest grossing musical, is that what the question was?
Yeah.
Highest grossing musical of all time. Hamilton's only been out for what, 8 years?
Yeah, that probably did have a big impact.
So like, because Lion King, I feel like once they realized how popular the movie was, it was like, okay, let's make it into a musical. Same with Beauty and the Beast. They're like, all right, musical. I watched Beauty and the Beast and I listened to the soundtrack and I'm like, of course, yeah, that makes sense. Like, it needed to be a musical. Like, Be Our Guest is so Broadway. So Broadway. And so, anyway.
But it's also cool because, like, you think, okay, that'd be really weird as a Broadway show. But then you think about it, you could do a lot with Broadway.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much that goes into it that we don't even realize. And then, like, you go and see the show and you're like, I didn't think that they would be able to do that.
See, and that's why I'm thinking, like, I'll probably watch it one day and eat my words, because that's what the thing I like about plays is, like, they're limited in some ways of what they can do, but they make up for it with, like, a ton of creativity, and they just, like, I love the different interpretations. Like, they'll do, like, a more modern take of, like, a really old play, or like, I don't know, it's just really fun.
Yeah. I want you guys to go see Wicked because the movie's coming out. Ooh. I think the movie's gonna be in 2 parts actually.
Tiff and I used to just jam
to the
soundtrack. Yeah, Defying Gravity. Are you kidding me? Oh man.
Oh my gosh. I know when I'm like PMSing when I'm listening to Defying Gravity on my way to Salt Lake and I start crying. And I'm like checking my app when I get to the studio. I'm like, oh yeah, it's coming out. Because I'm like, why is it affecting me? Because, like, I'll think about the song just, like, on a regular day. And I'm like, it's a beautiful song. But I'll be like, Defying Gravity. I'll, like, be sobbing and singing it. Yeah. But the movie, I'm so excited for it. Have you ever seen the play? Oh, my gosh. My grandma took me and my sister to go see it. But the, like, Easter before that, as a gift, my parents... for like our Easter basket, I guess. This is the kind of people we were. they gave my sister the soundtrack CD. They gave me the book. I don't know if you know, the book is almost nothing like the musical. It was actually very traumatizing reading it. I read it though, and then we saw the play, and I was like, there are some things that in the soundtrack it doesn't cover that the book does cover, and I was like, oh, that like in the musical it makes sense. But then other things they took out, I'm like, oh, thank goodness, thank goodness. And then I hear that they're making the movies, and they're making them in 2 parts. And Kristen Chenoweth, the original Glinda on Broadway, she said, oh, there's plenty of material because they're probably going to be pulling from the books and like getting the character backgrounds. And so, do you know what Wicked is about? It's like the background. It's like a retelling of The Wizard of Oz, basically, before Dorothy.
How she became the Wicked Witch.
Yeah, it's like more focused on her. Yeah,
she like goes green or something.
Yeah,
she was born that way.
She was born that way. Yeah, there's a song about it.
The book opens with the whole Munchkin land because she's a Munchkin. I did not know that before reading the book.
I feel just like already traumatized.
No.
I don't know. I don't know if I will actually ever see the play or anything because I don't really love the world of Wizard of Oz, but I like the soundtrack.
I think because of the soundtrack, it makes it worth it. I'm gonna sob when I see the movie. But Ariana Grande is the Glinda, so I don't know how to feel about it. But the girl that they have for Elphaba, I'm actually like.
So anyway, she starts out as like a.
She starts green. She's a Munchkin, and her mom gives birth. Like I think in the musical, it opens up with her mom giving birth, and then they come out. Oh, she's green. Oh, that's weird. And then you find out why later on. I don't know if you know.
I don't.
Okay, I don't want to spoil it then, because I think it's a huge spoiler in the show. In the book, it wasn't. It was like fairly earlier on that you figure out who or why Elphaba was green and her family wasn't. And you know what's really sad? Her sister, she has a sister, Wicked Witch of the East.
The Wicked Witch of the East, bro.
Wait. Yeah, the one that's the house on top of her.
Yeah.
Okay, the one that has the ruby slippers, I guess.
That's was the Witch of the East.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm learning so many things.
Like I'm telling you that the story is incredible. So, her name's Nessa, and she's in a wheelchair, and the reason why is because the mom didn't want her to come out green, so she would take stuff when she was pregnant, like things that you're not supposed to, like.
Oh my!
I don't even know. I don't know if it's like drugs. It's like food that you're not supposed to eat, and she came out like paralyzed paraplegic because they were so worried that she was going to come out green like her sister.
Oh
How sad is that? We're gonna have to do a deep dive. I will tell you everything about Wicked before we see the movie because. Reading the book, seeing the play, listening to the soundtrack, all three.
We see the movie and then we go on a deep dive.
Well, it's not going to come out till 2024. But yeah, we can probably do that. We'll do a deep dive of Hamilton first.
Okay, but this just made me think of days I would relive. I would relive like going to the movie theaters to like see the Harry Potters as they were coming out,
Twilight movies,
and like going and like watching movies for the first time, or like when you were like reading a book for the first time. I would relive those days. I would do it for the first time again.
For sure, relive watching Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2. You know what?
Yeah. When your heart stops, and I'm like, what? I did not. Yeah, I literally. I did not remember that. That was not in the book. Yeah.
That was clever.
That wasn't in the book.
Heidi still hasn't read the books,
I'm
so.
trying. Do you know how busy I am?
What book are you listening to in the car?
Not Twilight. Because listen, I was already listening to the first book of that book. Like I already had it, and I didn't have Twilight yet. So I'm planning on finishing this book.
Which book?
It's called The Wise Man's Fear.
Oh, okay.
It's by Patrick Rothfuss. Everybody check it out. It's very good.
I'll allow it.
Heidi and Colton have been ranting about it for the past forever.
Good. It's so good.
Maybe I need to add that to my list.
The first book is called The Name of the Wind. Anyway, I've been listening to that, and it's like a 37-hour audiobook or something.
Don't you I listen to everything in 1.5 speed.
I've been listening to it at 1.8.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like getting it quicker. So I have about like an hour and a half left of this book.
Okay, not bad.
And then after that, I plan on getting the Twilight book and then listening to all of them.
Good, because I haven't decided if I want to like have you read like each book, and then after you read the book, we watch the movie, or we wait for you to read all of the books and then we watch all the movies. I don't know if you want to do it like how you did Harry Potter.
Let's do read the book, watch the movie, and then do a podcast episode.
Okay, yeah, because Heidi hasn't seen Twilight, and it's just such a cultural reset.
If you go back and listen to any of our episodes when we were at the How About You podcast, like basically every episode there's some mention of how Heidi has not seen
because
Twilight.
It's a bit. No, but it's because I'm so like read it. But it's because you didn't grow up with it like we did, I guess. Like that was again, I would relive going to the Harry Potter movies and going to the Twilight movies.
Okay, but I feel like I'm freaking out these kids because this kid was like, he's like, oh yeah, I've been reading, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what are you reading? I love reading. And he's like, Percy Jackson series. And I was like, the Percy Jackson series. I was like freaking out. I was like, I love those books. I was like, which book are you on? He's like, you know the first movie? And I was like, oh boy. And then he was like, yeah, I'm. I don't know why he brought up the movie, honestly, but he's like, yeah, I'm on that one. I'm like, so you're on the first book? And he's like, yeah, I'm on the first book. But I was like, do you like it? He's like, yeah, it's really good. And I was like, oh
my gosh.
I just found out that Melanie, like one of her favorite book series is Percy Jackson, and she loved watching Avatar in high school. I was like, I've known you for how long, and I did not know this. I was like, we could have been talking about this. Like,
oh my gosh, she just got like 1,000 points cooler.
She just does not talk about books and stuff.
She's
like,
so cool.
It's so funny. So she's like saying that. I'm like, what? Like we could have been talking about these things. Yeah.
Hey, maybe it was meant to be talked about now, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because I bonded with one of my friends this weekend, 12 years later, about ranch dressing. Very specific, but she was like, guys, you know those taste testing things where like people guess what each thing is without seeing it? I can do that with ranch. And I was like, okay, what's the best ranch? And she's like, Ken's. And I was like, that is the best ranch for me too. And she's like, we're gonna talk about it. And so we bonded over ranch.
All right. Well, what was I gonna say?
Percy Jackson.
No.
Oh.
Guys, this is getting annoying. I can't remember anything.
I'm sorry. Am I interrupting you too much?
No, you're not. I just like think about it, and I'm waiting for you to finish, and then I'm so enthralled in what you're saying that I forget what I'm.
Aw, you're just a good listener.
Yeah. Anyway, that's pretty cool. I mean, you like blind taste test this ranch, or
yeah, you could like. Have you seen the videos? No, have you seen the videos that people do with like sodas, where they'll like have like a cardboard poster board thing?
Yeah, they did that at the halftime of when we went to the Jazz game, and the girl thought that Sprite was Coca-Cola.
No,
I was like, you did not. They do not taste anything alike.
I've been dying to do something like that because I'm pretty sure I can tell you what each cola is. Like whether it's canned, bottled, like fountain, Mexican cola. I can do it.
Oh.
Diet Coke, I would know instantly just by how it looks.
Yeah, Diet Coke, Diet Dr. Pepper and Dr. Pepper taste very much different. Like, they're very different.
Very different.
And I love the taste of Diet Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, you know what I miss? I miss the Coke in Brazil. It tastes different. It does. I miss it.
Better.
Probably. It just was so good. And then I came back and I was like, this isn't what I remember.
I had Coke in Belize just last year, and it did not taste good. It was not good. It literally tasted like it was very, very old. Like, it was just stale, almost.
No, that was not the Brazil. Brazil always had that
But they loved
pop.
it. I'm like, what is happening here?
Yeah. Start thinking about it, though, like what you would blind taste test that you can confidently do.
Gosh, maybe we could do it here.
That's what I'm saying. Because I've seen it with the Coke. I think I could do it with ranch dressing from like different restaurants. Because Jeff and we always get ranch.
I like ranch.
Salad and with carrots and vegetables, but like to dip it with like chicken nuggets or something, that's gross.
Oh, I love ranch.
Oh my gosh, Heidi.
Too much.
Oh my gosh.
Am I the only one, or
transport me to Hidden Valley?
Ranch too?
We bought Hidden Valley ranch dressing for our Costco pizza on Friday night.
Oh, disgusting.
We went to the grocery store, spent $200 on junk food. We were having an adult pajama party, and we just like we all had lists of like, okay, we need a candy, we need a chip, we need an ice cream, a chocolate, a soda. Like we had lists. And anyway, one of the girls remembered that we had Costco pizza in the car. So she was like, I'm going to grab some ranch. And I was like, you're cool. Thank you for remembering that. Because, like, I feel like that's just something that a lot of people do for some reason. But ranch.
You know what else is actually pretty good? If you put ketchup on pizza.
Ew.
It's a Mexican thing, I hear.
No, stop. No.
But I've tried it. It's pretty good. Actually, in Brazil, they do a lot of, like, they put mayo and ketchup on, like, anything.
Oh, yeah, sandwiches. That's what I grew up with.
Anything. It's pretty good, actually.
Ketchup on sandwiches is good. I'll put you onto that.
Yeah.
Grilled cheese dipped in mustard.
Ooh.
Try that.
Ooh.
So good.
Maybe I'd try that one.
My friend, Katie, actually, her family does that. That's like their thing. They dip grilled cheese into mustard.
I've been in trouble ever since they came out with, like, selling the bottles of Chick-fil-A sauce.
Why?
Because I just eat it a ton.
We get it. Okay, so Jeff is, I don't even call him a dipper. He's a scooper.
Oh yeah, Jeff is, yeah.
He's a scooper.
He is like a shoveler.
I'm over here like, he makes fun of me. He's like, this is how you dip. And this is him.
One dip per fry.
Yeah, no, he really almost does.
No,
like,
he does.
you think we're exaggerating if you're listening. We really aren't.
No.
It's amazing, actually.
I love it.
It mattered to me so much. I asked Wesley before, like, while we were dating, I said,
You did not.
What do you do when you dip? I was like, are you a dipper? And he's like, I don't know what that means. And so,
like, are you a big dipper?
I was like, it's fine. I was like,
big dipper, little dipper.
I just have a face on. Big dipper, little dipper, a scooper, a shoveler.
I was like, do you just, like,
Send him
dip so there's stuff on it? Or do you, like, really dip, stir it around a little bit? Or do you, like, scoop?
Did he answer?
He's like, oh, I just, like, dip. And I was like, okay, good answer.
Yeah. Well, okay, I'm not shaming Jeff at all, because everyone has their preference, right?
I just feel like now you're just eating the sauce. You're not actually eating the fry. It's just a way to eat the sauce.
Yeah, it's just a mechanism to transport it to your mouth.
But we've been getting the Chick-fil-A sauce bottle every week. I'm not even lying.
Oh
guys.
my goodness.
So you know how,
okay,
like,
I don't feel
on our fridge we have that.
That's disgusting.
On our fridge we have a little whiteboard, and like on the list for groceries, I'll like check it every once in a while, and I'll add it to my grocery list. Every week for 4 weeks, it's had Chick-fil-A sauce on it. And I'm like, did you erase it? Or did you forget to erase it from last week? This was actually a conversation today. He's like, no. I'm like, we're already out of last week's Chick-fil-A sauce? He's like, yeah.
Oh, God.
Because I swear he dips everything in it. He's over here like, Cheez-Its.
Oh, God.
No, I'm exaggerating, but I bet he does. Because I'm like, how the freak does it not? Anyway, because I'm a dipper. He's like, you're like, this is you, Kim.
And that's how it should be. Okay, you're supposed to enjoy your fry. It enhances the taste. It doesn't take over the fry.
But then at Texas Roadhouse, he gets so offended if we're in a group and the person only brings out like 2 things of butter with the rolls, because he's like, it should be 1 per person. Because he dips the bread into the butter.
Okay, actually, with the butter, I agree.
Oh, of course.
You should have your own butter.
True.
But your own sauce, that's going too far. Like, that's gross.
I always, when we get Cane's, again, true story, I always get him 4 extra sauces. But I just recently found a TikTok hack. Again, TikTok knows what we're talking, or what I'm thinking about, because I'm like, I wish I could just get a small soda cup full of Cane's sauce and just bring it to him. And some guy literally ordered it like that.
I just cannot. I don't think about it. It's basically just like mayonnaise. I should just eat mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise isn't bad though, Heidi.
Guy knows what he likes.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't be mad, but it's just funny to me because I'm like, he's like, did you check the list on the fridge? I'm like, yes. He's like, or I said no. Actually, today I was like, no. Why? Oh. And I look at it. I'm like, oh, did you forget to erase Chick-fil-A sauce? Because I thought he added mayo. I was like, oh, that's new. And he's like, no, we need the Chick-fil-A sauce. And so I'm just like,
okay, but I have a question for you guys. If you're like eating something, like, for example, you get some sort of sauce and you're like having chicken nuggets. You're eating it and like you have like 3 chicken nuggets left and you're out of sauce. Do you get more sauce?
Yeah.
Do you?
If you have 3 chicken nuggets left?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What about 2?
No.
Oh, yeah, I would.
What about 1?
No.
No, not with one. Maybe with 2 or 3, I would probably
2 or 3.
get ketchup from the fridge and dip it in that. Yeah.
Okay. If you have a lot of sauce, I don't know why this is so important to me. Does anybody else go through this process when you're eating something? So like you have like 3 chicken nuggets left and you have a ton of sauce still.
Just dip that back.
Yeah. Do you dip more so that your sauce? So yeah.
I give it to Jeff.
Do you scoop so that you don't have extra sauce just abandoned?
I do a little bit more of a dip. So I do more of the stirring thing that I mentioned. But like I don't know if I like really dip. Like I mean scoop. It's still more of like a stir.
But like do you have that mental process of like I have to have this right amount of sauce and chicken nuggets to like end with my last chicken nugget having sauce and that's it.
Couple chicken nuggets I have like a small amount of like sauce on it. And then, like my earlier chicken nuggets are like a perfect amount of dip.
Right.
Gotcha.
You know?
Okay.
I feel that. I would give it to Jeff.
Those are
my extra sauce goes to Jeff every time.
That makes sense.
Because he doesn't waste it. He's like, "Are you done with that?"
I honestly just love it when I just can like get the right amount. You know, I squeeze the right amount, and I don't have to like sacrifice my last bites. You know.
Well, I've got it down to a science at McDonald's.
Oh.
I get 3 ranches because what I need it for, it's the perfect amount. I've tried with 4. I've tried with 2. 3 is the perfect amount. Because then I don't have to give the extra one to Jeff because he doesn't like their ranch. And I don't have to like ask for more ranch from our fridge or like get it out of the fridge. So fun fact. So try it out. Chick-fil-A sauce. Theirs are too small, I think, for just one.
Oh yeah.
You need like 2
for sure.
1 for the nuggets, 1 for the fries.
Yeah.
Maybe 2.
I agree with that.
Because they're huge fries. They're like this.
Yeah,
big.
they are.
So anyway. Thanks for listening to Siscussions. Follow us on Instagram at Siscussions Podcast and slide into our DMs to tell us what you would like to hear on the show. Tune in next week for another episode with your favorite sisters.